Okay, folks, we are back with game 2. Interesting chat in the lobby. We could confirm that he had no idea about that back base.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of guessed it right. I suppose with the fact that he thought it was just that third base on the gold, and even in there, I mean, when he did see it, was that immortal very, very late, and unfortunately for HuK, too complacent. Really too complacent in that game, and definitely threw that away. And that gives DIMAGA a great chance to actually win this series, to win that $1,000. Remember, it is $1,000 on the line, not just a community show match. There is a lot of money on the line, and both of these players do want to win. Yeah,
and HuK would walk away with nothing if that were the case. That said, so would DIMAGA. So these guys really have it all riding on these show matches. As I said, a nice way to make sure that more players end up getting paid in this tournament. So I approve of the show matches that we've got here. 5 in total today. We're currently on the second one, having watched Elfie versus Show earlier. So we'll see what happens in this match. As you said, this map really does benefit Mutalisk play.
Oh, God, HuK, what is this? I can't wait for the next game because HuK's off the stage. Anyway, it is going to be a Forge Fast Expand here once again for HuK. On the other hand, I suppose we will see a spawning pool into expansion. Probably not going in to see an extractor spawning pool here simply because this is a Forge Fast Expand map. If you do that, you will be behind in economy, especially against HuK, who could even go for Nexus first, but in this case is going to go for the Forge and the double Probe Scout here to make sure that he knows that DIMAGA isn't 6 pooling or any early pool.
Yep, any other pool. We'll see if he decides to go gas first, but no, he's not. He's going to go grab that spawning pool there. It turns out the decision to go gas first in that really early speed did benefit DIMAGA significantly in that game. It tested HuK in terms of his base design as well as his force field placement, which uncharacteristically ended up not being perfect, and a lot of damage was done as a result.
Yeah, I was intrigued why HuK didn't actually scout with a probe that last game. He would have seen it. I guess he was just, once again, just assuming. That's another thing, probably a weakness playing in Korea, is that you get into the rhythm of assuming what your opponent's going to do.
Yeah, the metagame over there.
Simply because in Korea, everybody does the same game in, game out. So you do the same game in, game out. And on Europe especially, players are so different in the early stages of the game. In the later stages of the game, that's where the big difference comes compared to European and Korean players. But in the beginning, you definitely have this aggressive capability and variety of builds that can come out and surprise you, like HuK got surprised that last game.
Yeah, it's interesting that he was laddering so much in Europe, say, over the last couple of days, taking so many wins and so few losses. It's maybe not quite enough to understand that you really need to keep an eye on what these Europeans are doing, because it can be unexpected. And we saw from DIMAGA there a very old-school opening. It was back in the day, just after the beta had been launched, people would always say, oh, it's gas first. This is the style that DIMAGA always goes every game. And obviously that changed as things went on.
I'm not sure exactly what. I think it was the gateway timing. I'm not sure exactly because it was a while ago. I think the gateway used to build a lot faster. And so builds like 2-gate zealot pressure and stuff was really useful.
Yeah, it did build quicker.
And so you kind of had to get speed out fast, otherwise you would lose to this. Anyway, we do have this probe been hidden on the left-hand side here for HuK. And looking at DIMAGA, I don't think he knows that there's a probe hidden here. Oh, no. Is the Overlord going to see it? The Overlord sees it, luckily here for DIMAGA. And unfortunately for HuK, that's going to get taken down very, very shortly here. And that would have been a nice point if he decided to go for a timing attack to enforce from.
Yeah, the question is, will HuK be able to dodge away from that Zergling? Is it going to turn around in time? I don't know, that might get out of there, honestly. The speed is delayed. So he did get some good information there. He spotted the position of the third and the exact timing of it as well with that scout.
Yeah, so it basically tells him that DIMAGA didn't get gas early on now. To confirm that, that was a very early third base. And I'm interested to see what HuK will do, because HuK also has a variety of builds. He's very unpredictable, to be honest. But his control, his aggressive control of units can really allow him to use timing attacks very well. And then on the plus side as well, because he's been playing so much in Korea, he has excellent mechanics now, excellent macro. So if he decided to take a faster third base as well, that can definitely play into his style too.
Yeah, good. DIMAGA going for kind of a passive build at the moment. He's not really worried. Only just now starting the Ling speed on the 6 1/4 minute mark. And it's Tal'Darim Altar. A very standard play here from HuK, going for that Stargate.
A little bit supply blocked here, unfortunately. Had to cancel the Zealot to actually build a couple more probes. So a bit uncharacteristic here from HuK, but he has got a Stargate. I suppose that he could build a Phoenix 2 Scout. He could also build a Void Ray to go and harass this third base as well, because it is so far away.
Yeah.
And oh, look at that. I was about to bring up, what is DIMAGA's evolution timing going to be? Is he going to hit it on the mark like normal? As soon as the 7-minute came up, bam, they go down. And even double, so we are going to see double upgrades, very link heavy coming out from DIMAGA.
And in the meantime, what will DIMAGA see past this wall off? Anything or nothing? Will he get close enough to spot the Stargate? We shall find out. There's a good surround there by DIMAGA to eliminate that Zealot without too much of a problem. Doesn't want to get anywhere near the cannon and the sentry, however, so that has been denied information-wise for the moment. And this Void Ray, I'd imagine the pressure is going to end up coming in on the third, because the creep is nowhere near joined yet, and a single queen. No Spore Crawler yet, but he does have the evolution chambers to make that happen.
So far we've just seen HuK throw down 4 additional gateways, so a total of 5 with this Void Ray coming out too. And there's no Spore Crawlers down yet, no additional queens. DIMAGA, as soon as he sees this, will build like 5 queens. He always does that.
Yep.
And in the production tab, very, very shortly, once he's unsupply blocked, we will see lots of queens come out, lots of creep spread, and I think we are going to see aggressively play onto the third base as well as that pylon's been put back.
Yeah, that's a nice combo. Instead of actually harassing the third with this Void Ray, which is a little bit farther away, more risk of being scouted, he's going to poke away at the natural and then go for a warp in as he tries to draw his opponent out. However, DIMAGA has seen this coming. He knows that the pylon is there, the Overlord is in position, and that will be intercepted.
The 4 Zealots do 4, 5, 6 Zealots are going to get out before the pylon goes down. Spine Crawlers are going to go down, and that's great harassment here from HuK.
Definitely, yeah. Really, really nice that he was able to do that in time. It looked almost like he wouldn't be able to. 2 Void Rays coming in, and good control by HuK keeps them both alive. Queens will die. It's just so close. Why? Oh!
DIMAGA gets that last kill with that queen, unfortunately for HuK. But he's still got another Void Ray on the way in the center of the map, another one building, and there is another pylon at that back left base as well. So he's going to be able to just do a bit of harassment here and trap in the queen. Extraordinarily nice here.
Oh, very nice. That is cheeky as hell. Blocking it against its own extractor there, and even trying to take out that Overlord. Unfortunately, there are a few Zerglings moving in. If he's able to get down one force field like that, then he should be able to defend it, and he keeps every single sentry bar 1 alive and has continued to able to harass from the top here.
And HuK has taken that 4th gas as well, so I think he's going to be trying to expand very, very shortly to killing those God Rocks. But 4 sentries, I don't really like that, to be honest, because that's 400 gas he's thrown away at that top left to only kill a single queen and a few lings. And they've all gone down now.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? The Void Ray now can't do anything because the Spore Crawlers come up there and it's too badly damaged. I've got to point out, losing those 2 Void Rays earlier was absolutely unnecessary. You notice the left Void Ray, he actually pulled off the attack, and that would have killed the queen before the Void Ray on the right went down. I'm not sure what ended up happening there.
And all these 1/1 lings are coming down now and will kill 3 Zealots and a single sentry. And there's 4 more Zealots at that north place as well, so they're going to get taken down as well. These Zealots are unupgraded as well. And HuK is not, I don't really see that he's playing very well here. He's losing more sentries on the third base, loses both sentries here as well. Misplaced force field, getting these lings in as well. And HuK just seems, like we said earlier, just seems a little bit sloppy in these games.
Yeah, he does, and you can always bring up things like jet lag and excessive travel and things like that, but really, that's something that every programmer has to deal with. HuK now pushing onto the natural once again, kills 1 queen, looks for the second one, and moving that Void Ray away to make sure it doesn't get picked off, and it does not. Nice little bit of control there by HuK.
And he's opened up a nice little area here. There's no Spore Crawls or queens, so finally HuK's actually doing something significant with these Void Rays and harassment, and he's going to be able to take this hatchery down, which is incredibly good for him as well. Meanwhile, taking a third base undetected as well.
Yeah, this is really nice. Despite the mistakes, the Void Ray strategy has been good, and honestly, DIMAGA has not really been able to answer that just yet. Going for the mass upgraded Ling strategy, he's not getting Corruptors out. He's actually teched all the way up to Hive and is breaking out the Ultralisks.
Yeah, the Ultras Cavern is on the way, and I'm not too sure if this is going to work out so well, especially against all these Void Rays. He's got a lot of gas banked up. That's something that he's been doing very good. He's been mining from 6 gas a lot of time, but these Lings are not good enough to get in there. There is a cannon being built as well, but pylons are going to go down here. The one thing that DIMAGA hasn't done, he has no idea about this back third base for HuK.
No, he doesn't, and that's, again, the issue that HuK had the last game, and now it's turning around. HuK able to sneak that one in. The Void Rays have been doing a ridiculous amount of damage and have now pulled back into formation. There are 5 total out on the field. No +1 air weapon upgrade for them, unfortunately, but they're still able to do significant damage. Going up to join with their friend here. The Natural has been absolutely destroyed. There is nothing left of it, and DIMAGA is going to have to be really careful to defend this area with as many Spore Crawlers he can get down. That Ultralisk Cavern is covered in Spore Crawlers. Yeah,
I mean, these Spore Crawlers, he's got to be careful. I think there's too many, especially with that Queen as well. HuK has to be careful here. At the same time, though, the upgrades are from DIMAGA are incredible. He's working on 3-3, the Ultralisk plating as well, and also Adrenal Glands.
Yeah, that's unpleasant Ultra Ling stuff going on here, and a big Ling attack onto this third base that has now been discovered. There is no way he can hold onto that at the moment. The main units that he's got are too far away. That Nexus will die, I would think, and of course the mineral line gone as well, and that's HuK's economic advantage thrown away.
Oh, that's so unlucky for HuK because he had Warp Gate cooldown. He couldn't warp in anything as he just warped in on his natural, and he would have been able to save that third base, and that's rather unfortunate.
Both players are currently supply blocked at the moment, and one of those Void Rays taken down. Hydra's now on the field just to try and deal with the Void Ray threat. And then we're going to be seeing these Ultralisks crashing in that are heavily upgraded. A thirds are being taken here and successfully defended for the time being from DIMAGA. But I can't imagine that DIMAGA is going to let that stand. I could just see Ultralisk crashing through this force field heavy composition.
And HuK just lost all his Void Rays at the north side against a few Hydralisks here.
Oh my!
So he's got no Void Ray presence on the map now. He's switching over into Immortals as he's seen the Ultralisk coming out now. And against Ultralisk, you have to go for a very, very heavy Immortal base play. Immortals are very good against him. The big problem we're having here from HuK, he's only at +1. That's all his upgrades there, and we have the Ultralisks are about to be at 5-3, which is so big in this game. HuK just hasn't had the gas to be able to spend on upgrades because he's had to keep up consistent Void Ray production, Immortal production, switching over into Robotics Bay as well.
Yeah, it's not pleasant. The Immortal transition is obvious with the second Robotics going down in order to deal with that. Now that the Void Rays have been taken out, he really does not have a choice. Besides, there were too many Hydras for that to be effective. And now the Ultralisks crashing across the map. Those sentries are not going to be remotely useful with Ultralisks smashing the force fields apart immediately.
Oh, I think HuK's in a lot of danger here. These Ultralisks are so well upgraded. Hydras at the back as well. Despite walling off his natural and trying to wall off his base, that's one of the key things. Look at these pylon placements. They are actually to filter the army of Zerg better because the Ultras are going to have to attack the pylons before they can get anywhere, and HuK really trying his best to hold on here.
Yeah, it's good building placement. Will, however, SimCity be enough to save him from the wrath of DIMAGA's Ultralisks? Once they smash through this, they'll be able to get their teeth into this massive army here from HuK. 2 Immortals at the back, inflicting significant damage, but DIMAGA is microing those Ultras around, keeping them alive for as long as possible. A Void Ray comes in from the side, backed up by a second one, but the Ultras are in the middle of the army. The Lings stream through. The Immortals are annihilated. The third is going down now.
Wow. Ling attack from the back.
GG!
And DIMAGA, the DIMAGA list comes out again. I can hear it in the side of my ear.
You can hear the roaring.
You can hear the roaring of DIMAGA, the same roaring we had back in Assembly Summer.
It's his best Ultralisk impression, man.
2-0s HuK. Incredible. I can't believe that game 1 of HuK really threw that away there. And I think DIMAGA would agree with me, he threw it away there too. But game 2, DIMAGA comes out and takes that victory, and I'm sure he's quite happy about that because DIMAGA wasn't that confident going into this series.
Well, I don't think anyone's really confident going in against a player of HuK's caliber, but we're about to hear from the man himself. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. So, DIMAGA, you just won. How are you feeling?
I'm really happy, and I don't know, I just so surprised I won.
Really, wasn't there any moment that you were thinking, that, oh, I'm going to lose this game, I'm going to lose this game?
Yeah, like 100 times, especially like first game. Like wow, I have like so much money now like miss my injection, larva injection. So like make like a lot of mistakes, but still like I don't know, especially when he comes like with probes. Like what really? And I have like too much money and just make a lot of links and muta. And I see his third base, so I just was going to all in. Doesn't matter if he even like don't get his probe. I watch all in and lose probably, but he give me a gift. So thank you, HuK.
Well, there you have it. Congratulations for the $1,000. We will see you soon after 15:00. There's going to be against White-Ra. Do you feel about that game? How do you feel about that game?
With White-Ra we're playing a lot, so I think it will be pretty close.
That's great to hear. So the next match will be at 2 o'clock Eastern European time over here. It's going to be Hydra versus White-Ra. So don't go anywhere. We're going to throw it on commercials now, and we will be back in shortly.